Hey y'all, welcome to Kamira's Kitchen. Are you ready for some delicious smothered turkey? Maybe this holiday season you don't want to go through the effort of making a whole turkey. Y'all, them things be big anyway. They be some big birds, all right? I really just be going for that dark meat. Y'all know I love me some wings. So I hope you guys give this recipe a try. I know that I am going to be throwing down on some smothered turkey wings this holiday. Let's go ahead and get started. So I have here 2 packages of butterball turkey wings. I actually have a major preference for the flats, but I couldn't find a package of just flats at the store. So what I'm going to do is defrost my large package of turkey wings. It still got a little bit of chill on it, and I need to remove that meat maxi pad. Y'all know all of them be having that little pad at the bottom. We got to get rid of that, okay? And I'm going to let this turkey sit in some water for about 30 minutes or so, just fully defrosting. You also need to go through every turkey wing and just make sure it has been well butchered. Do y'all see these feathers? Baby, we not eating these feathers and all this stuff. They are not butchering birds and meat the same way they used to do back in the day. Once I have all of the feathers removed and the turkey wings have at least slightly defrosted, I'm going to just dump out the water and rinse them. And of course, you guys know I am going to clean my sink. Another reason why I love turkey wings is because I love to nibble on that wing tip. So what I'm going to do is cut these wings in half, but I am keeping that tip, y'all, because that is like a delicious fatty part. Now, whenever you are cutting meat, you need to make sure that you use a plastic cutting board. This is something that some people do not know, so I like to mention these tips. The reason for that is because wooden cutting boards absorb a lot of juices and things like that, and it's a bit harder to get them clean from the meat juices as opposed to a plastic cutting board. Now, some of these wings are a little bit still frozen, but that actually makes it easier to cut them because the slightly firm meat will make it easier for a sharp blade to go through. When you cut through the drumette and the flat, you will get to the joint. Sometimes you can't find it with your knife, like where those 2 bones are stuck together. So you can use your hands to pop the joint, and then you can take your knife and cut right through the middle of that area pretty easily. So I'm going to separate these, and I'll only be cooking a few, probably about half of these wings because I don't have enough room in my pan, and I'll save the rest for another recipe. To make the gravy extra delicious, you have to use some peppers, some onions, a little bit of garlic. These aromatics are just going to add a wonderful flavor to the gravy that cannot be beat, and that freshness is just everything. So I'm going to chop up 1 green bell pepper. I'm also going to smash some garlic. Y'all, this is that fresh garden garlic. I've told you guys that I still had some from this summer, and so I'm just going to very roughly chop this garlic because it's pretty much just going to melt and dissolve down anyway, so there's no need to make everything really small. I'm also going to just cut some onion rings and just put them into really large pieces as well. Now, let me know in the comments what your specialty is on Thanksgiving. What is it that people are always asking you to make? Or let me know whether or not you can or can't cook. Okay, I know some people out here still, bringing the paper plates and the utensils to the Thanksgiving party. Now, if you want to know how to cook, I'm telling y'all there ain't no excuse as to why you ain't elevated to auntie, big mama status by now. Because if you following these recipes, I can tell you that folks are going to put respect on your name, okay? In my 9x13 baking dish, I'm going to do a little chicken wing jingle just to get everything to fit in well. This is about half the wings. The other is in a bowl in the fridge. All right. So I mostly got them flats, which I love, but I got a couple drummies up in there. Okay. Now I'm going to spray everything with oil. This is going to make the seasonings distribute more evenly, but you don't have to put a ton of oil on wings because they have a lot of fat. This buttery seasoning is really good on wings. You don't have to use this one, but any buttery onion, buttery garlic seasoning is going to add a good flavor to your gravy. I'm using Montreal chicken seasoning. This is the low sodium version. You can use any brand, however. I'm also going to use some white pepper, a little bit of Creole seasoning. I really like this type. It just has this nice flavor enhancement, but you can use any brand, and about a teaspoon of chicken bouillon. Now, when it comes to how much seasoning to use, honey, you just got to go with your spirit, okay? How much does it take to cover the meat? Okay, the meat shouldn't be looking pale, especially when you're going to have a gravy. A lot of that seasoning is going to get into the gravy. So you really need to cover it well, all right? And with seasonings that don't have salt, like onion and garlic, you don't even need to hold back. However, my seasonings have some salt, so I'm not going to add any additional salt to the wings. If you've been following me for even a week, a month, or any period of time, you know that I love fresh herbs. They just elevate your cooking to the next level. I'm going to add some fresh rosemary and some fresh thyme. You could also add some fresh sage all around your turkey wings. Then I'm going to put just a few knobs of unsalted butter to increase that buttery flavor. And then, of course, all of our chopped vegetables. Let me know in the comments if you are going to do any other meats to go with your turkey for Thanksgiving. I really love to have a beef roast. I am not a ham girl, okay, because I don't enjoy meat that is super sweet. So just let me know what you are going to do. You're going to do a ham, some beef, some pork roast. Let me know what's up. Now into my pan, I've added about 1.5 cups of water. I'm going to cover this and then I'm going to cook this at 400 degrees for 1.5 hours. Halfway through the cooking time, I am going to uncover this and I am going to baste the turkey. Now, I know this sounds like a long time, but turkey is just really tough. As long as you make sure that there's liquid in the pan and that the turkey is covered until it becomes tender, you're going to be just fine, all right? So after I baste my wings, I'm going to cover them back up and then just let them finish cooking for the remainder of the cook time. A few minutes before my turkey is ready, I'm going to mix up what's going to become the gravy base. I have 2 cups of water. This is cold water and a packet of turkey gravy. It needs to be cold water so that your turkey gravy and also tablespoon of flour will dissolve into it without getting lumpy. You need to make sure you done worked out them lumps, okay, sister? If you got lumps in there, you pretty much not going to be able to work them out in the pan very easily. So I just took a fork and made sure everything was thoroughly dissolved and broken up. Now my turkey is ready, and so I'm going to pour in all of this turkey gravy. It's going to look like a lot. It's going to look like it's not going to thicken up, but looks can be deceiving, okay? Don't trust your sight. Trust the plan. All right, so once I put all of this in here, I'm going to mix everything well, and then I'm going to place it in a 425 degree oven, right? We cranked up that heat, all right, because we want this gravy to get thick and we want the turkey to get brown because y'all know the melanated people like the melanated meat. Let this bake at 425 degrees for about 30 minutes or until the turkey is brown and the gravy has thickened up. You could also put it on a low broil and that will also help your turkey brown. You are going to see that this turkey is not only very flavorful and moist and juicy, but it is also very tender. Let me know if you are going to try this recipe. I'll see you next time at Kamira's Kitchen. Goodbye and God bless.